Welcome to Forsyth County News Football Media Day. I'm joined by the North Forsyth Raiders.
Senior Matthew Bray, senior Cole Simpson, senior Hudson Wheeler, and senior Patrick Carnes.
I'm FC and Sports Editor Nicholas Sullivan. All right, Coach. Entering year 10 now at North Forsyth. You came to the job obviously with a lot of experience, from Florida and stuff. What have you maybe learned or changed about your approach to coaching while with the Raiders?
Yeah, well, to be anywhere for a decade now is you do gain quite a bit of experience. For these guys, they were in elementary school when I became the head coach here, so it's been fun to see the program develop and evolve over those 10 years. And you do, every place you're at, every school you're at, state, all of them, you do have to approach those jobs, those schools differently. And so there has been some learning here. The biggest thing for us at North Forsyth is just continuing to raise the expectation of our football program. And we've wanted to do that from back in 2016 and continue to feel like we haven't reached the height of our program. And so we're continue just to chase and climb and get better every day.
Obviously, you guys just very narrowly missed out on the playoffs last season. What do you think it'll take to, flip the scales in your favor this season?
Yeah, well, in our schedule, it seems like this is every year you play so many one-possession games. And for us last year, 3 of our 4 losses were one possession in the region. We had another non-region loss that was by one possession. So for us, it's the offseason has been an emphasis of being able to close games out. Several of those games we had leads in the fourth quarter or were tied in the fourth quarter. And so every detail matters. That's been one of the biggest emphasis for us in the entire offseason, about how every detail matters, meaning these guys can tell you everything we do is being behind the line, and that just emphasis is that every inch matters when you're playing in such close ball games. And so for us to be in the playoffs, to reach to a playoff berth, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take dotting every I, crossing every T, just meaning that every detail's got to be covered, because you never know the one play, offense, defense, special teams that could decide those games. This senior class has a lot of experience in those close games, so we should be ready for those moments. You have years where maybe you play really good in those close games, you win all of them. Sometimes you're 500 in those games. For us last year, it was just one of those where we just didn't make the plays, and we came out on the wrong end in most of those close games, and that was what kept us from reaching the playoffs. So, again, just the emphasis has been how do we finish better? How do we just not leave any detail uncovered and make sure that we're doing everything we can to be in a position in the fourth quarter to win those games, but ultimately be able to make the play to do that.
Definitely. And, for the players in a fairly, open region, I would say, what do you think of your guys' playoff chances, and, what will be the key to punching that postseason ticket?
I definitely think the key to our success in making the playoffs would definitely be, like you said, just be finishing games. A lot of the games we had last year, we lost because we didn't finish. So we have to start out well, and we've got to keep our momentum rolling throughout each of our games.
I'd say the same thing. We really got to do the little things right. Like, it's no taking a single play off. Got to just keep going every play and not giving up at the end, like happened a couple times last year. Just finishing games.
Adding on to what Hudson and Patrick said, finishing games is key. Last year we fell short in multiple games, and I think this offseason we've been very prepared about the little things and just attention to detail. I think that would be the key.
Yeah, going off of what Cole said, I would say just the attention to the small details. I feel like that's something that we've been focusing on big, and just being able to finish games and stay, not let off at all once it gets to that third and fourth quarter.
Obviously, you talked a lot about the details and stuff like that, but just a little bit more big picture. What do you think are some of the strengths of this team? What do you feel like is going to be kind of the identity that you guys have, either on offense or defense, or just kind of collectively?
I feel like we're for sure going to have some speed. We're going to be flying around the football on both sides, and I feel like we're starting to get, I would say, pretty good chemistry with the team. So.
I would say with the defense, definitely the intensity. I feel like younger guys are stepping up, seniors are starting to take more roles, and I think that we're going to be a very fast and physical football team on the defense side and offensive side.
I think we have a good mix of everyone on our team. Like we have experienced seniors, and we've got a lot of young guys too. But those young guys still have some experience in games. And they've got a lot of talent, and we're all very hungry. So I think that's what's going to help us to push through our next games.
I think coming from defense, like so everybody's trying to just do the best they can.
For you, Coach, after graduating 2-year starting quarterback in Eli Cini, what have you kind of seen out of the quarterback position during the offseason?
So, a lot of competition. That's the biggest thing is at that position. We've had a lot of guys competing there, just like we've had at a number of different positions. And anytime you lose a multi-year starter at quarterback, especially just with all that goes into that position, that's certainly a big loss. And Eli was a record-setting quarterback at our school. So I've been really proud about how our guys who are in that competition have been competing. I see that competition is going to go well into the season. We'll likely play multiple quarterbacks early on and just kind of just see how our team responds and see what's best. And I've played 2 quarterbacks before, and sometimes you just get in a rhythm of what works best for your team, and every team's different. So right now it's kind of hard to say about where we're at. We have not named a starter and really don't anticipate naming a starter of that position anytime soon.
As far as the schedule is concerned, what are some of the games that you guys are looking forward to the most? Some of those dates you got circled on the calendar.
I would definitely say West because it's our biggest rival, but also I say Lambert because last year we had a very big comeback and we fell short, and I think this year it's going to be a shootout, and I'm excited for it.
I would definitely say West is number one, just because like the rivalry and the history with everything and playing them, it's always, an intense with a lot of energy game. And then bouncing off what Cole said, Lambert as well, because of how close we were, and being able to come back. I thought that's going to be a good matchup this year.
I'd say first on the list is definitely West, a big rival. We always butt heads in that game, and know a lot of players between each other. And second, I'd probably say probably Dawson. It's our first. It's not really a game, but it's a scrimmage, and it really gets our season going and sets the tone for the rest of the season.
I'd probably say West first too. Just grew up playing with a bunch of the guys over there and know a bunch of people, so it's always good to play against them. And then Lambert, that one really hurt last year because we went down a bunch in the beginning and came back, and that one hurt. So it'll be fun to get back at them.
What are some of the goals you're hoping to achieve this year?
Obviously make state. Just as a team, we need to. I think it's very doable. We can all come together, just make state and win region. So.
Yeah, I agree. Main goal is always win region, make playoffs, and then see how far we can get from there.
Definitely make playoffs and win region, but also win those big games like West that we fell short in last year.
Yeah, definitely, win the region. And like Cole said, win the big games, like the ones like West and the Lambert. And then, obviously try to make it to state.
All right, Coach. And, just overall, you got an interesting mix this year of, returning starters and some young, talented kids that, could step into some roles. Just overall, what are you looking forward to the most this year?
Well, first, just these guys are represent our program in such a great way. We have 20 seniors, and within our senior class, those guys, they made the playoffs as freshmen. They made the playoffs as sophomores. Missed out on it last year in a very small way. And so I think there's a lot of hunger to get back there, and for them to kind of get the program, leave the program in just a great place, just like where they found it and where they started it. And so the chemistry of our team and this team, one of the best things about coaching every year is how every team is so different. And this team, their identity that they've been able to set throughout the off season, the winter workouts, the summer workouts, they just really have a no nonsense approach. We don't have any. They come to work really just every day, and so that's been exciting. They're a fun group to coach. Like every year, you have your holes that as coaches we're trying to figure out who's going to step up in the areas that we need to. Our front seven on defense for sure is going to be one of the strengths of our football team, and that's where Cole and Hudson and Patrick are all part of that. And then Matthew returns as our leading receiver and is going to have a big impact on our offense. And Darren Perry is returning as a 3-year starting running back. So we have some great pieces there, and as a few of them mentioned about the youth that's coming along, that we're going to depend on a lot of these guys. But all of these guys up here all played big roles as sophomores themselves, and so they've been in that role before. They understand that, and so they've done a good job leading us, and we'll be excited to kick it off very soon.
Thank you. Thank you again to the North Forsyth Raiders and head coach Robert Kraft for joining us at Forsyth County News Football Media Day, brought to you by Bryan Properties. Special thanks to our platinum sponsors, Andine Chevrolet, Los Rios Mexican Restaurant, and Los Rios Mexican Cantina, as well as Pop In for hosting us. I'm FCN Sports editor Nicholas Sullivan, and thank you for watching.